I gotta say, man, it absolutely. Most of you should get this reference in the title. If you don't, a little bit younger. The 1993 New York Knicks went up 2-0 against the Chicago Bulls. And they then went on to lose 4 consecutive games to the Chicago Bulls to be eliminated. And the Chicago Bulls went on to go to the NBA Finals. The difference is, though, when New York went up 2-0, they were at home. Chicago went up 2-0 on the road, meaning that there should have been a better than 50% chance of you at least going up 3-1. Even if they dropped one game at home, they should have at least came back to Boston with a 3-1 lead, man. But now people are talking about, well, the announcers, well, yeah, they dropped a couple of games, but now you got the lineup that seems like it's working a little bit better. We're gonna get fucking. We're not gonna win another game, man. We're not. We're not. We blew it, man. We blew it. I knew it, man. I just. It's like. It's almost like Jerry Krause and Jerry Reinsdorf made a deal with Lucifer to win those championships in the 90s. And then after that, it's like they had to pay the piper, man. Like for the rest of eternity, the Chicago Bull fans will be just teased with the idea that we're going to go back to some type of prominent role in the NBA. You know, first we had the Derrick Rose years where, you know, we got teased by a 60-win season, I think it was, or something like that, 61 wins. And then, you know, it just all fell apart. You know, Derrick Rose was revealed to be made of porcelain glass. Okay, certain players that had so much promise, like a Joakim Noah, even though he was solid, he never developed an offensive game. If anything, he started regressing. You know, we had all these players with injuries that didn't materialize, or players who just didn't materialize at all. And we just went back to obscurity. And here we are, 41-40, when we're up 2-0 against the first seeded team in the Eastern Conference, and we're blowing it. I understand Rondo is injured, but then with that, he gets injured at the absolute wrong fucking time. We're going to get eliminated, man. We're going to lose 4 games to 2. There's just going to be all these excuses. We had a good year, yada, yada, yada. I want to hear that shit, man. I'm tired of this shit, man. The fucking Bulls suck. I don't even want to do a review video, man. I'm just tired of this shit, man. And the reason why it was so essential for us, it was crucial for us to win, is Isaiah Thomas and those guys. I hate to say it, man, but I hate to put it like this, but the only reason why I think we won those first 2 games is because of the death of his sister, Isaiah Thomas. It's the only reason, because it put such a cloud over this team. They weren't themselves. They weren't playing like a unit, but now that's starting to lift. Isaiah Thomas, I'm still sure is going to be grieving, but he's moved. I've lost a loved one, and the first week or 2 is horrible. But then your mind starts dealing with the reality of what happened, and you start to accept it. All right, there's that shock, and it's like you can't focus on anything else. But eventually, you kind of move to acceptance, and you slowly begin to move on with your life. Isaiah Thomas, I think, has also channeled the bitterness, what I was talking about in the video, and anger, and he's focusing on the Chicago Bulls. You know how he's talking shit about that fucking bummer we got, Michael Carter Williams, who can't fucking goddamn, he can't even fucking check his goddamn bank balance rather than check an opponent. Yeah, you should talk shit to him. Fuck that dude. Can't shoot. Fuck him. I mean, the same guys that were showing up. Paul Zipser, where the fuck are you now? Bobby Portis hit a couple of bastards, but where are you now? One thing that seems to work for us is in certain, because our whole offense is just not running right without Rajon Rondo on the court. You know, the coach, Fred Hoiberg, inserted Isaiah Cannon into the starting lineup and has Jimmy Butler running essentially Scottie Pippen role, like point forward or something. It seems to be working to an extent. We were getting our asses handed to us, and that seems to have helped in inserting him in the lineup. But I think Boston's woken up, man. Jimmy Butler had a good game, great game, 33 points, 5 rebounds, 9 assists. Wade did not have a good game, 11 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Wade is clearly no longer the player that he once was. Robert Lopez was good earlier on. I think one of his, what was it, some type of bucket. What was this, in the third quarter? I think it was a bucket that he hit that momentarily gave us the lead. But Isaiah Thomas, it's just too much for us, man. 33 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. Al Horford, 15 points, 12 rebounds. Gerald Green, 18 points, 7 rebounds. Jay Crowder, 11 points, 2 rebounds. Avery Bradley, 8 points. What's his name? Marcus Smart, 5 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. I think him and Jimmy Butler got into an altercation. These two teams are starting to get a little bit testy. I think we've awoken a sleeping giant. I think I used that term before with the Boston Celtics, even though physically, you know, they're a little bit smaller than us probably, but we've awoken a team that's been considerably better than us this season. And we kind of sleepwalked. You know, Boston kind of sleepwalked the first couple of games. Now they're kind of more animated. And that's why I don't think we're going to win this series. I think people talking about they think this series is going to go 7 games. I don't see it. I see us losing the next 2 games and being eliminated. And Bull fans like myself are going to be disappointed yet again. And I'm sick of it. You know, I look at the Lakers. Yeah, they're not doing well right now, but we all know the Lakers are going to turn around eventually, okay? May not be next year, may not be a year after that, but within 5 or 6 years, especially with Magic Johnson in the position he's in now, I know they're going to be back as a contender. They may not win championships, but they're going to be a contender. You get what I'm saying? The Spurs are always a contender. I think Greg Popovich he just might be the greatest coach of all time, man. I mean, him and Red Auerbach, I'm starting to consider putting him ahead of Phil Jackson, man. Even though Phil Jackson got 11 championships, we gotta be honest, man. He did fucking inherit Kobe Bryant, Shaq, Michael Jordan, and Scottie Pippen. Come on, man. Dennis Rodman. Let's be honest, man. The guy inherited super teams. Popovich and the Spurs have drafted and have developed players and made them great. Okay, they've built that team based on smart draft decisions, smart trades, you know, bringing up players through the D-League and bringing up players through the system and developing them. No one knew that Kawhi Leonard would become the player that he became. Nobody knew that. You know, so I mean, but anyway, the point is, all these other teams, man, demand greatness, and we kind of lucked up drafting Michael Jordan. We lucked up. We had a great run, but it's like since then, more often than not, we've sucked. And I think it's long enough, man, because last time we won a championship, man, Chicago Bulls, we won a championship. It was hours before my 18th birthday, June 14th, 1998. I've been through that horrible post-championship year, 99, when we went 15-6, what was our record? 13-37, excuse me. Then I think the next year we went something like 15-67 or something like that. All right, because the 13-37 year was the strike year. Then I think we went 15-67 or something like that. Then we had the Baby Bulls era, where you had a bunch of players. Jay Williams had the motorcycle accident. He was supposed to be a promising player. We had fat ass Khalid Ali. What was the guy then? Khalid El Amin. Yeah, his fat ass. Okay, then we went through the era with all these guys that had some talent, but all they want to do is fucking smoke weed. We had Tyson Chandler at one point. Tyson Chandler, fat ass Eddie Curry, all these different guys, man. Sorry ass Ron Mercer. The whole early to mid 2000s with the Bulls, man, was just a blur. Just an absolute blur. And, then we went to the late 2000s, and you think that we would get better, man, but here we are in 2017, and I don't know, Bulls fans. Like I said, this isn't my typical review video. I'm talking more as a fan. All right, I listen to all you guys put your comments out there as fans. I get to at least do one video as a fan, and it's frustrating to watch this team because I know we're gonna lose, man. We're gonna do it. We're gonna lose. I knew we were gonna lose when I saw that Rajon Rondo was out with the finger. I knew we were gonna lose because we were kind of lucky to play Boston at that time because of the cloud of that tragedy. But it's starting to lift, and Boston is becoming a lot more into this series now. And they're determined to play like a first seed. In my opinion, man, we're going to lose the next two games. I don't think they're going to be particularly close. One of them might be close, but they're going to blow us out one of those games, probably game 5. I think it's going to be a blowout. Game 6 might be a little bit more competitive, but we're going to fucking lose, man. All right? We're going to lose. And yeah, that means I think we're going to lose at home. Game 6, we're going to lose. I don't know, man. There's going to be some people that's going to say, well, this series is rigged. The Zachary Hubbard people, the powers that be told Rondo not to play. We're going to stretch the series out. Trying to create more revenue. We don't want too many sweeps and all yada, yada, yada. Whatever, man. All I know is that we're going to lose this series. And Chicago Bulls fans are going to be disappointed yet again. That's all I know.